Testing, testing. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. I hope you're doing good. It's good to see you guys. I was taking a look how long it's been since our last live. And it's been at least a month. So time goes fast. I hope you guys are doing great. It's lovely to see all of you. And if you can hear me well, please let me know in the chat. And as always, if you have any question, so I changed Q&A to AMA, ask me anything. So if you have any question about Unreal, about 3D, about anything in general, feel free to ask. And if it's within my knowledge, I will do my best to answer. If it's not, I will take my notes and we will leave it for the next stream. Now, I was very tired. It's 10 p.m. here. However, I wanted to do this live stream for like at least few days to tell you, hey guys, we're back. I've been busy with some client work and work in general and the development of AEC Interactive. I have some new updates that I want to share with you. And yeah, I've decided, nope, I'm not gonna sleep until I do the live stream. I even have it on my note here on the side. So yeah, here we are. It's lovely to see you. And let's see the chat, see if anything is happening. Yeah, of course. Gravel, Ranto, lovely to see you guys. So, hello. Ranto, the first question, what version is that you are using? Here I'm using Unreal Engine 5.4. It's the version I started development with, the template that I'm building. And I'm keeping things on 5.4 because updating is a simple click up, very easy to the upper versions, but if I develop on 5.5 or 5.6 or whatever, downgrading will be almost impossible. So yeah, I'm using 5.4. I downloaded 5.7, but I still didn't have the chance to check it out. Even to 5.6, I've been just busy this year focusing on a blueprint and the development of my Unreal template. However, I will be making time for Twinmotion, the latest release, and Unreal Engine 5.7. There are some features I'm excited about, and I believe in upcoming streams we're gonna take a look together. And I actually wanted to ask you guys, so I'm going to ask this before I forget. So let me first find the Unreal channel. And the question I have, would you be interested in live streams together where we watch the best of Unreal Engine, Orlando and Stockholm or whatever events they are doing? Because they are making some really nice videos and I want to find some time to watch some of these videos. For example, here, enhancing digital twins, scriptable tools and design workflows for crowds. That's very cool as a title, and there are some videos like this. So if you're interested, say yes in the chat. So in upcoming live streams we can collect some videos and we can watch them together and react together, see how it goes. And if you're watching this in the future, say yes in the comments. Perhaps actually we can ask a little quick poll. So engage, yes. Start queue, start poll. Would you be let me write that real quick. I don't know how to phrase it. Would you be interested in learning from Unreal Engine channel with me? There is a yes and there is a no. It depends on how busy you are. Let's cancel this and let's leave the poll running for a few minutes. And okay. Alright, so what we want to do here. I wonder if you guys can hear the music or if it's fine. So let's put that on the side as well. Now I want to share with you some of the updates, some of the things that I've been doing. I have some cool updates. So first let me open this project. So this is the touch inputs project. I developed the touch solutions from scratch and I want to integrate them soon with the template. So by soon I mean very soon. I just need to clean up some stuff, and I thought we can run a live demo together. So let me put this here on the side, and let me bring the camera here. Hello, I hope you are staying hydrated. Let's bring this screen as well, and maybe turn the camera like so. No, this is the other screen. Yes. So this took some time to make. However, there are a couple of elements. So the first one is simple click to pan. So if I want to move within the project, I can click and I can pan the camera. That's one. The next one is click with 2 fingers to pinch and zoom. So when we pinch, I tried to make this similar to how we interact with Google Maps and how we interact with maps on our phones. So there is that. If you want to rotate, of course, you can click and twist the fingers like so, and that will rotate the view. And similar to Google Earth, if you put 2 fingers and move them up and down, this will pan the camera like so. And also similar to Google Earth, if you double tap, you can move to a location. So I double tap and I orbit, give it some time to load. So here we have nice good old cesium. And let's say I want to move here, I double tap here and that will move. And let's say I can orbit, I can pan the camera, double tap, and I can pan again like so. So yeah, this is for the top-down camera, but I want to improve slightly more on the gesture recognition. Right now it's working fine, but sometimes like let's say 5% of the times or less or more, there are some little bugs that I want to improve on or eliminate, and I want to integrate the system in drone mode and the first person mode. So I'm looking into that, and I'm hoping by the end of this month I will perhaps reach some solutions. So yeah, this system is work in progress, and it will be added to my Unreal Engine template to explore and interact with architectural projects once it's done. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with the result if you ask me. And basically that's what we call progress. So it's a step-by-step process. Let's say hello to you guys again. And let's do this perhaps. Now this is one update, one of the parts. Like if you ask, hey, it's been a month, you've been busy, where are you? That's where I was. The second one, I don't know where to count, but there are a lot. So let me show you here. If we click on play, I will like recount what I remember from my head, but in the past we used to switch between views and it was snappy, but now there is some cool quick animation, as you can see now, like so. So that is one of the things I've done. Simple but nice for the user experience. Now I also did the following. So here nothing. Most of the work was actually on the systems here. In the past, if you click on filter search, it will eliminate other buttons like the surroundings and amenities. So now if you click on them and amenities, this used to be blacked out and this disabled as buttons, but I made them work together. So let's say I want to move to surroundings. In the past we used to click and then click again, but now of course you can simply click. One thing I did is, let's say I click here and I click on filter search, it will click, then rotate the camera to the center of the project. And this is nearly finished, but of course there is the section view. This is fine. And in addition to the section view, I've added the ability to explore. So now I can explore a unit, any unit I want to explore, like so. And once I'm done exploring, I can click on return, and that will take us back. I can click here, click on here, section view, explore, and of course that will disable section view and allow us to explore. So there were too many steps, too many things, but this specifically was requested by one of my students, and I'm happy to say we're done, we're nearly there. So in addition to that, there were like different fixes here and there, but now we have smoother camera animation. It just works, and it's going well. It's going well. So now let me disable this. One thing I want to do, I think I have this planned for tomorrow. I want, when I click on surroundings, to have a special camera similar to like when we click on filter search, it will take us to the center of the project. I want also, when I click on surroundings, to have like specific camera that we can specify. That's one update I'm working on. Like let's say I want always to be looking from this angle when I click on surroundings. That's one. Two, you may have noticed when I click on the unit here, let's say I'm gonna explore this unit, I can explore it and whatnot. However, when I click on return and when I disable this mode, I will go back to that unit. And what I have in my mind, like, this is kind of fine, but what I prefer to have is to actually return to where I was in the street, not in the unit as the first person character. So right now, this as it is now, it will take me to the unit as the first person pawn, and I personally don't want that. So let's say I'm going to disable this. I will stay here. What I want to happen is actually I want to be in the last known location before I click on explore. So before I click here, if you know what I mean, it would make more sense from the user experience perspective. Like, wow, I'm here now, but I was there, or I was in one of the shops. So let's click here. So yeah, these are some updates I'm working on. And there are very minor bugs, or not bugs, I would call them user experience improvements that I'd like to fix as well. But we're nearly there. Like, this is now almost 1 year of work, but it's getting there. So here also the mini map, you can enable it with M button. You can zoom in and out, and it will snap to the sides. It's nice, it's fine. You can change time of day, all these things. So anyway, that's what's up. That's what I'm working on. I have my list of changes and things I'm working on for the versions. So I'm using something called ClickUp instead of Trello. I used to use ClickUp a lot, but now I'm using ClickUp again. So if you guys are interested in putting your hands on the template once it's released, there is a wait list that I'm going to share with you. So this wait list here, if you don't want to learn Blueprint, you just want the template, I will release it soon. I'll be doing some minor adjustments, recording the lessons, and I will release it on our academy. And that's regarding the updates in general. Now, before I forget, I also want to let you know about this. So for those who are watching the live stream, so you can say like this is special for you guys only. If you go to the course page, the one you know, it's in the description, and here you go to the purchase. What you can do is entering the discount code somewhere. So where is the discount code? I need to ask my team to add it. So there is a discount code, but this one is not here for some reason. That's fine. So there is a link I have. that I will also put in the chat. I wanted to type it, but it is what it is. The discount code is stay hydrated. So if you stay hydrated for 30% off, this is only for 5 people. If you would like to learn Blueprint, the touch inputs is coming soon. Everything you get, and instead of this current price, you can get 30% off on the Blueprint course if you stay hydrated. So I'm going to paste the link for you guys in the chat. And let's read the chat as well. So the pool is 100%. We're definitely then going to find some nice videos that we can watch together. And I will announce this before, so we prepare our popcorn and start watching the lessons. Okay, so Sai, Gravel, Tan, I hope you guys are doing great. Okay, so let me read the chat real quick. And let me bring it to this other screen because it's easier, so I can also look at you. Let's do this. I have a question. Do you think architectural visualization has a future in the AI advancing time? Sai. I believe, of course, it has a future. Now, if we're talking about purely visualizing architecture, where we just create images and videos, it's going to get extremely competitive, and its future, from my perspective, is uncertain. The architectural visualization field, as we've known it for like the past 20 years, where you have a nice 2D CAD plant or beam data and you want to create visualizations, slowly but surely this is somehow disappearing, and we will see like there are still the downsides of AI. Accuracy, consistency, and getting the same results is still not there, but also is still improving. However, I would not bet my future on just architectural visualization. Like for me, for the past 1 year, I've been focusing my studio on Blueprint and on digital twins and on integration of Internet of Things with like, I've been focusing for the past year or more than a year actually, like really tripling down on this in creating interactive experiences. So the touch inputs you saw, the template that I've made here, and all these efforts are in order to protect or to improve on just the visualization of projects. So if we're talking about just videos and images, the future here is uncertain and it's getting cheaper and faster and so on. So if you want to stand out, I still would recommend learning Unreal Engine, and I would mix new skills with what we do, which is, from my perspective, is blueprints and helping the clients. So it also depends on the type of clients and who they are, but helping them really get to their goals, which is, let's say in the scenario of real estate, they want to sell faster, they want to provide better experiences. So Blueprint is one thing I would focus on, and creating or staging interactive experiences instead of just videos and photos is something I would definitely advise on. So that's the answer basically. And I would definitely not keep doing still images and videos. These are slowly going away to AI. Again, as I said, there are areas where we need pure accuracy, consistency, and so on, where AI as of now cannot do it, and we will see how that goes in the future. But what for certain now, yes, maybe you've seen Google, I forgot its name. AI in a way is now able to create interactive words and whatnot, but I still feel like it's way far away. So the answer don't just focus on visualization, focus on more. Focus perhaps on interactivity or an Internet of Things. So there are still so many things to do in the area here. And one thing I see companies doing, which is I also recommend, is creating interactive experiences. So you provide two solutions when you create your projects with Unreal. The first solution is pixel streamed experiences, and the second solution is where you render still images and videos to create web experiences that does not need pixel streaming, if you know what I mean. So I don't know if I can find any wolf. Actually I can find. This is a project we worked on a couple of years ago. And this project here, they didn't want to have pixel streaming. They wanted just to host the end result on the web, like this, as you can see here. So we rendered thousands of images and hundreds of videos to create what I'm going to show you now. So this is 100 homes. There were a lot and automation in between. We have this, every time you click, you have like this video going through the units, the houses, and when you reach the destination, we have like 360 render, as you can see here. Okay. And if I want to move to the next hotspot, I will click on it, give it a second to move. Well, there is a video, it didn't work for some reason, but you can imagine. Okay, I think they removed the videos, but there were videos between every hotspot, back and forth. So now it's a quick, simple teleportation. So this is what I call the light experience, okay? So Unreal Engine allows you to do both, and that will definitely help against AI in general. So something I want to focus on in future is not only like, also something very important, like when we design our experiences, touch screen, as I just said, is extremely important. And the iPad or the tablets is also as a control device is very important. So when we design these experiences, we should not give the clients mouse and keyboard. We should give them more than that. And that will also allow you to choose the right type of clients that you want to work on, that can allow you to grow, allow your studio to grow, and so on. I hope this makes sense. I know it's such a long answer, but that's how I see things right now, Sai. Okay, next question. It's been a while since I last used Unreal Engine after finishing my studies. Now that I'm working in an architectural firm, I mainly use Twinmotion since it's much simpler for architectural visualizations. Yes, Twinmotion is amazing, and the new additions by Epic, the updates they're doing are amazing. Now we have Nanite as well in Twinmotion. We have the configurators in Twinmotion. We have the cloud presentation in Twinmotion. So Twinmotion is amazing, Gravel. And I also advise, just for fun, using Twinmotion outside of architecture for product visualization, for automotive visualization or configurators, because you can do that for sure, and it will allow you to expand your skills. So Twinmotion is amazing. And Twinmotion is built on top of Unreal, so that always, like, when people ask me why should I learn Blueprint in Unreal or programming in Unreal, I tell them because you can make something like Twinmotion. So if you're using Twinmotion, you are on the right path, and transferring skills won't be as hard. Like one of the videos I've uploaded a couple of months ago is the pipeline from the 3D tool of choice, whether it's Revit or 3ds Max or even Blender, to Twinmotion, and from Twinmotion to Unreal Engine. This is for me the perfect workflow, especially for tools like Blender where we don't have official support for Datasmith. So I would export the project to Twinmotion, set the scene up in Twinmotion, the revisions, whatever it is, all in Twinmotion, and when we get approval, everything is good, we would export from Twinmotion to Unreal. So part of me is looking at the camera, but I think it's fine. So let me just double check. Yeah, this like feel more straight. I'd love to know what unique advantages does Unreal Engine 5 offer for architectural visualizations compared to Twinmotion. So Gravel, as a start, is what I showed you here. Like you have full control over what you create in terms of visualizing architecture. So when you're talking just visualizing architecture, if you're talking path tracing, lumen, just to take photos and videos and presentations, I think they are identical. But the moment we start thinking, okay, we have a client who needs custom solutions, then that's where Unreal Engine comes in, because you can build in Unreal Engine whatever you can think of. Whatever you can think of. You can even program your phone to be the controlling device of the experience, for example. So that's the main difference. If you're using Twinmotion or Unreal just for still pictures, for rendering videos, for just presentations, I would do it in Twinmotion because it's fast. But once we start talking scalability, or we want to provide an interactive experience that with the client logo or with no Twinmotion logo and whatnot, then Unreal Engine for sure. And as I said earlier, the full customization and creative or technical freedom, Unreal Engine is the way. I hope this gives the right idea or the correct answer about your question, Gravel. What do you think? Tan, did you implement the window resize function? I remember you from Facebook. No, not yet. It's something I plan on doing when I click on. So let me click here, for example. Something I'd like to do is to add another button to show the floor plans of each unit. Right now, I don't have that button, but imagine once I do that, I'd like, even for photos as well, to be able to resize these windows. Is that what you're talking about? The ability to resize images or panels like we have here? Or are you talking, for example, about this teleportation panel? You want to be able to click on the corner or whatever and then resize this? Because in my mind, I think resizing floor plans and pictures would be extremely cool, like so. So tell me, Tan, what's on your mind? So deep linking to link my other projects in this, for example, panorama views for external page. That would be interesting. Deep linking, panorama views from external page. We'll take it step by step, okay? And what I imagine is it's possible. It just needs time. I have a long feature list. I have like more than 50 features and requests, and I will take them one by one. Imanon, that's such a hard name. Manoles, I hope that's okay. Manos, thank you. Hello, Manos from Arkware here. Hey, nice to see you, man. I see your posts on LinkedIn and you guys are killing it. So congrats and keep up the good work. Actually, guys, I'd love to be in touch with you soon, because once I finalize what I'm doing here, to stream it and to let the community test it. I always get questions about pixel streaming, and I recommend your service because you guys have your own servers, but I'd like to make it official. Tan, I create virtual tours with Vista Pro. Let me check that out real quick. Maybe it will give me an idea more about the virtual tours or the features we would like to build. So let's say Vista Pro virtual tours. Let's Google it. 3D Vista Virtual Tour Pro. Is this what you're talking about, Tan? 3D Vista? Or something else? I will check it out. So this solution helps regarding clients who need architectural visualization interactive, and they can provide BIM model, but often they just want panorama tours for the interior. Anyway, I've seen that. Just default good old click and teleport from place to place, similar to what I showed perhaps earlier on the website. Interesting. Yeah, I will check it out, Dan. Thank you. So your solution, people can provide exterior interactive solution with your solution and pixel streaming and deep link another project to your system via link. Yeah, it's possible, because all it needs like to click here, let's say, and this will open a web page, and that web page can be or can have perhaps a pawn that moves in one place but look at 360. I will look into it, and I will look more into the solution or the website that we just showed. Okay, yes, perfect, I will look at it. Sai, my pleasure, man. I like to know how you learn about blueprints, and is there any free resources to learn blueprints and Unreal? I am a student, that's why I'd love to know about your journey. So that's a great question. Now, when I first started, like 2 years, first of all, I've been using Unreal for the past more than 10 years, and that's a lot of accumulated experience. And in this 10 years, I've opened many projects, I reverse engineered many projects, and I think I've seen like hundreds, if not thousands, of tutorials on Unreal and Blueprint and like many things in general. Now, free resources, there is just YouTube. And I don't think there are any other or better video platform other than YouTube. So here's what I recommend, Sai. Download projects from the marketplace, open them, see how they are made, that's one. But if you're a complete beginner, then you need to start with the very basics of Blueprint. And on that, YouTube is full with the fundamentals. And one resource, I have some Blueprint lessons on the very basics you can find on my channel. And there is a new playlist that I'm working on, or a new course, if you will. And it's about user interface design. So you don't go crazy like this guy here is doing this. So there is a new video coming tomorrow. There is a new video coming also next week. I think this little course will be like 5 or 6 videos on user interface design on UMG. So our channel is one resource, and the internet, YouTube in general, is a whole big resource. So type what you're learning and take it step by step. AI can help you as well, ChatGPT or Gemini or Grok. All these guys tell it, hey, I'm trying to do a teleportation system, for example, or material customization system, and let's see what it gives you and try to follow the steps. Its problem, it can hallucinate. It can take you different places, like some of my students said it was never useful for them. Others, it actually was helpful. So AI now will, from my perspective, is a nice shortcut. So that's what I also recommend. So these 3 tools, YouTube, reverse engineering, and AI. And of course, none of them would do anything if you don't put in the time and practice. Like today I had some stupid problem. I spent 2 hours on it. The day yesterday I had another problem, 4 hours. The touch inputs, they took me about 5 weeks. The minimap system, this took me 6 weeks. This system here took me 6 weeks, bruh, with all the tools I sent you, and there are no such minimap system on the internet that will teach you what I'm doing here. So you need to figure things out on your own, which is fine, which is nice actually, because once you start grasping the basics and taking it step by step, you will be able to imagine systems and tools, and you can build them step by step. So that's my recommendation, Sai. My pleasure, Gravel. I'm glad you like the answer, my man. And Tan, for example, teleportation table or window that shows deep linking videos linked to a YouTube video. That's totally doable, Tan. I will look into the website you sent me and I will add some of its features to the list I have, and we will see from where we take it from there. Mano, it's gonna be a pleasure, Mano. Thank you. All right. So that looks like all the questions so far, and I hope you find this answer useful, Sai. I wish you all the best in your learning journey. Okay. Now, I wanted to export the windows from 3ds Max to Unreal, so let's take care of that, and I will leave some time for some questions, and after that I will stop the stream. So if you guys have any questions, now is the best time. So let me unhide the windows so we can send them. I think I should put all of them. That's the thing about organizing layers. Should you put things in layers like this where every floor has its own elements, or should we add everything in one layer and take it from there? For example, all the windows can be in one layer, all the floors can be in one layer, or things should be in specific layers like I have here. That's always the question. I wish we could do both, like have like 2-layer views, for example. That would be fine. Jao Bon, it's good to see you, and thank you so much. So here we have a floor that I forgot its name. And let's see. Gurbal, my man, lovely to see you. So, hello from your student. Of course. Hello back to you. Is it possible to pan the mini map and click on it to go to a certain location in the plan? So some update I have in my mind, Gurbal, is the following. So I want for the minimap in a future update to first to get the teleportation points and place the teleportation points on the minimap. So that's something I have in mind. Now to pan it, so to click and pan, that will be tricky, very tricky, and it might take me another 6 weeks. However, I think grabbing the actors of the teleportation points and place them on the mini-map where we can click on them, I'm definitely going to look into that and have it as one update. But to pan it, I'm not sure. I was thinking about having a click on a button to have full screen mini-map. So maybe we can check that out for future, but I always love your suggestions, Gurbal. However, I cannot promise you on this very specific request, but what I can promise you on is the ability to bring the teleportation points and place them in the minimap so we can click on them as hotspots. So that's something definitely on my radar to make the minimap more interactive. And I think now, in my mind, the order is to finalize the release of version 1.0 of the template of what we have here. After that, I want to have 2 things. The touch inputs, I need to finish this. And also, I want to finalize the live data tables. So I'm gonna either get the Google Sheets to Unreal Engine plugin, or maybe we're gonna make our own plugin or simple solution to connect Google Sheets to Unreal Engine. So we will see how that is going to work and how can we do it. Once we finalize some of these major requests, we will look into the minimap and other things. So step by step. Dan, tell me about the idea. Siago, I just saw the stream. I wanted to know, is there a way when selecting a special unit, you click on it to go to that unit and hide all above floors so you can focus on the selected unit, you look at it. Oops, what did I do? I clicked something twice. Thiago, I believe if you are thinking about or asking is the section view. So you want to know if there is a way when selecting special unit, you click on to go to that unit and hide all the floors above it. All above floors so you can focus. Yes. So section view, when you click on it, it will hide all the floors from above, and that would allow us to look into the units like this. So if I click on it again, it will bring things back. If I click, this actor here basically is what hiding the units, and you can click on any of these to switch between units, like to get closer to it. I hope this answers your question. And just so you know, guys, there is special offer only for 5 people. If you enter the Stay Hydrated discount code, you will get 30% off. That's only for 5 people, and stay hydrated. Water is good. Actually, today I made a video and I added the meme, water meme. Let me show you that. Spoiler alert for tomorrow. So where is the water? Water, yeah. Drinking. Once I saw a comment on Facebook, someone asking about a tutorial, and he told the answer was like, go watch the Stay Hydrated guy. And I was like, holy shit, that's amazing. RDiva, apartment have their number in engine, it have invisible boxes. What need for intersections? Some buildings have hundreds of apartments. How do deal with it? I need to read this again. Didn't really understand. RDiva, if you can ask your question again. In engine have invisible boxes. So if you, I'm not sure if I understood, but something about my project in Unreal Engine. So for example here, all these here, if we type Alt-C, okay, you can see the collision, yes? If this is what you're talking about when we have many objects and we can see the collision. So now let's go to filter search and click on these, click section view, and let's type show collision. As you can see, there are the floor collisions, and later there will be also the wall collisions and so on. So if you are asking how can I select these, so how the mouse is not colliding with the floor and how I am able to select these units, that's because there is something I implemented a couple of days ago, which is a tracing channel. So a special collision channel basically, which can be found under collision. I added a new trace channel called that POI trace. And what I did on the meshes, so if I'm not, on the floor meshes, so this takes some setup, and this is why I say it's extremely important to keep our projects organized and named for ease of selection. So I selected all the floors in this scenario. So let me show you real quick what I mean. I type floor, it will show me the floors, select them, then go to collision, and under the collision presets, it would be set to custom, and we want to click on ignore POI trace. This way I can select the boxes, basically the unit boxes, to be able to teleport or to select the I'm losing my English here. Let me stay hydrated. Okay, to be able to select the points of interest. English is back. So this takes some setup. Now this can be done either from the collision response, or if you have hundreds, if thousands of objects, you can also select these objects and then you can set the tags of an object. So I was doing a test to get all actors of class with tag. That's possible, but I dislike getting all actors of class with tag. So if I show you how that looks like, I added it as an option. So if I open the blueprint here, we have it here. If we don't want to use POI trace, I left these two options where you can get all actors of class with tag, and you would select the class to be a static mesh, okay? And then you select the tag of the mesh. So in this case, as a test, I made it like a collision, and then I would set the collision to be enabled or disabled, and that looks like this here. So no collision or collision enabled query and physics. So there is this as a solution, or setting up the POI trace on the collision channel here, POI trace. So I hope this answers your question, Ardiva. If not, I'm gonna keep reading the chat. If you can explain to me better, that would be immensely helpful. Thiago, thank you so much. I'm glad you love it. This makes me happy. And Tan, you know how can you import city area of real world inside Twinmotion? Yes, actually this city here is from like part of New York, and it's all from Twinmotion. And I made a nice little quick tutorial about it a while ago, so let me share that with you. Home VR division, can we find my channel? Yes, we can. So this video, this one, done. If you watch it, you will learn how to have like cities like I have here in your Unreal projects. I hope you find this one useful. By the way, Sai, you asked earlier about the future of archviz. I recommend looking for this report. It's called Visualizing the Future, the demand for 3D graphics and real-time 3D across the economy. Perhaps in an upcoming stream we can read it together. So if you type this, Visualizing the Future or demand for 3D graphics, I have this from many years ago. And I have it on my, actually here, I have it for live streams to check it out together. So can definitely read it in the future in an upcoming live stream, and this still holds up today. When you upskill yourself with a tool like Unreal Engine, it opens opportunities across many industries, not only architecture. So that's just something to keep in mind, Sai. All right. You know how has anyone tried Epic new AI tools on 5.7 beta? I tried the online version, the assistant, and it was really bad. It was not good at all. How do I access it? I forgot. However, I think that's just the start, so I imagine it will improve. However, for my needs, it was almost useless. So ChatGPT and Grok and Gemini were far superior and more useful than the Unreal AI Assistant. Unreal Engine AI Assistant. So I tried it just with a couple of questions, but it was not very useful for me. However, I hope in the future it will be more useful. And at least it's nice to have it now as a feature. We can give epic feedback and it will improve. By the way, looking at this here, this little thingy, like this was one of the questions I asked the assistant, but it didn't help me. So I ended up doing it and discovering it on my own. And it looks dope here. What do you guys think? This is one of the updates I recently did on the template. And I think it gives nice visual look. To have an option to split it somehow, so tool will convert those boxes to neutral building shapes so it does not look like a box. Done. So I think this is about your question. I'm not sure I understood actually, Tan, but I can show you something here. I don't know if this is what you mean. So I have this here. So do you see this actor I have? This actor basically, it split meshes like this. So this is the sector, like the section view, and you can make it work on any mesh as long as you add the correct material function on the mesh, on the material of the mesh, and it just works. Is this close to what you're asking or is it far? Okay, Sai, how can I use PDF files in Unreal Engine? I was trying to create a product interactive catalog for chemical products. That's an interesting question. I'm not sure you can actually, but what you can do is creating like user interface with a little catalog or a gallery view. So for example, if we quickly create a widget blueprint here, and this widget blueprint, let's add quickly, well, not a canvas panel, let's add a border, or let's actually start with I forgot its name, guys. Overlay. Let's start with an overlay. So let's say, in addition to an overlay, what you can do, Sai, you can bring like a scroll box, and you can make it take the area, and let's say you can bring text, add it under the scroll box, and then under the text you can add an image. So anything you can design in Figma, you can design it in Unreal with the user interface. Of course, it's harder to do in Unreal compared to Figma, but you can design whatever you want. Sometimes for funsies, just for fun, I open Drupal and similar websites and I search for pages for inspiration, and I do practice like this. And I plan on doing such user interfaces in Unreal Engine soon once I finish my template, because this is like, from my perspective, next level interactivity to bring things to nice interactions. So I highly recommend looking at UMG and user interface tutorials, Sai, and I think you can do it. But I've never ever imported a PDF file in Unreal. I'm not even sure we can do that. If we can, that would be interesting. But what you can do is like importing images and scroll down, or you can add something similar to the gallery system we have here. So if we click on gallery, we have these. So imagine like your PDF pages. Each one is like a page like this. That's maybe possible too. It might work. Here we have a text, we have the image, and we have the exit button. So yeah. Gurbal, cool, no worries. Hotspots will be a good feature as well. Hell yeah. They can see the instruction and details about the product. Yeah, you can recreate the PDF file inside Unreal SAI. RDVA, I mean, it need to make separate blueprint for each box with info box, infinite time of work, make for each, and script. Okay, now I understand what you mean. So, let me understand. RDVA, I mean, need to make separate blueprint for each box with link, info, and infinite time, and so on. So no, I think here in this area, RDVA, you need to increase your experience with blueprint. And there are things I learned that I never knew in the past. But if I look at my Unreal projects with blueprint 5-6 years ago, I used to turn every actor into blueprint. But what I recently learned and I expanded on for the Unreal Engine course is the following. For example, these actors here are static actors. All of these, they are not blueprints, but what is blueprint is the configurator, for example. So I'm gonna show you a couple of examples. Let's teleport to the lovely room that I call 2D Customize, and let's enable the customization mode. So here I selected all these actors and added them to one blueprint, and now I can customize them like so. And if I want to learn more, I can open this panel and learn more about it. Open the gallery, but the gallery is empty. Okay, it's like a placeholder. And let's say the same here, or let's say here. So these are two actors that I've added, and then I added variants for them. And here we have another example where maybe you have an architectural project with hundreds or thousands of objects. Then we would tag these objects, and as you said, maybe scripting can work. So now I can click and I can change the materials, for example, on these objects here, and these have, like, let's say, walls. So this actor here, to show you as we talk, we would select the meshes. So from here, these here are manually picked up. So these are the options. Actually, give me a second to show you the meshes. I need to add some numbers, basically. That might make it easier. The material options. Maybe I need to get some sleep as well. Haha, sorry, my bad, I didn't read it. Meshes to update material. Here we can add as many meshes and select them. So that's one option. The same actually here as well. So we can select the materials and the objects. But here, these are, they have a tag, and that tag says walls, for example. And under my system here, configurators, the material library, this material selector blueprint, UMG, we can set the tag that we want to affect, and we can select the data table with the materials we want, and it will simply work. So when you have massive project, as you're mentioning, RDVA, you definitely need to learn some scripting in general and improve your knowledge in blueprint. And that's where something called, for example, like the start of it, where we select objects and we do for each loop, for each object. So these are now like programming terms, but trying to find it. It does not want to find. So yeah, scripting and blueprint knowledge is definitely needed when you have a project in the scale you're mentioning. Aha, done. I know how to import via Twinmotion. I'm always used to have option that will convert those building basic shapes to more interesting. Understood. So you're talking about something like PCG, procedural content generation. Of course, you can send me on Facebook, and I will look at it tomorrow morning, and we can continue the chat. Sai, good luck, my man. XEVs, hello, hello. good morning or good evening, wherever you are. Tan, I will check your message soon, my man. And Gurbal, just thinking, is it possible to have text input box or something in which we type apartment number and the camera jumps to that number, apartment, and apartment generally have numbers like B, 11, 12, etc. Yes, Gurbal, I have some improvements that I'm thinking for the future. So let me open the map, because when we don't have units, we don't see. Don't save. So I'm thinking for the future to have search functionality, not only filter. So it's exactly what you said, the ability to type numbers or search. So I want to have a search box, and I want also to have a list view. So I don't know if I can find list view, real estate. Something similar to what we see on the online experiences. So let's see. Search box, obviously something like this. And for list view, this is grid view, but imagine a list, if you will. And yeah, no, not this. But I think you understand what I mean with the list. So that's definitely on the radar. You can find the real website. I hope this answered your question, Gurbal. And also I would love to have a double slider like this. Right now the slider we have is just one, but I want to have like 2 sliders to set the minimum and the maximum, step by step. Is it possible? Yes. Make I'm reading the same message. Tan, make option to disable and hide visibility for buttons that I won't use, for example, specific projects, and make the bounding box rescale based, but that also. In a way, I already have such an option, Tan. I can demonstrate. So let's say right now, if we click on play and click on view modes, we see first mode, third person mode, drone mode, top down. Let's say we don't want the third person character, this guy, and the drone mode. We don't want them. So when you set up your project, so let me select the drone and let me select Mr. Cooper and delete them. I click on play now and click here, and as you can see, they are dynamically gone. So that's one. And there are many elements like this. So I'm gonna show you as well. When I click on play, in this level, we have the filter search, okay? Because we have apartments, we have units. In the gallery level, we don't have a building, we don't have any unit. So here in this, we don't have these, we don't have units, okay? So when I click on play and I click on the taskbar, as you can see, the filter search is gone. And let's say there are no amenities in the level. So here we have 2 amenities. Let me select both and delete. Click on play, click. The amenities button is gone. So in a way, I do that for you, so you don't need to delete buttons and whatnot. And I want to do it on other actors. So right now, the cinematic, I need to implement it. The screenshot, yes, we need to do what you just said, because there is no way to remove this unless you disable it. And I want to find easy ways to disable actors. So let's say if I want to remove the sun and sky, so let me delete it, click on play. We don't have the ability to customize the time of day anymore. So let's bring the sun and sky again, click, and now we have the ability to change the time of day. So yeah, I'm trying my best to improve the user experience for us, the developers, and for our clients, where we keep only what we care about. Gurbal, my pleasure, man. It's all on the list. Hey, 3DV. Vladimir, my man, hope you're doing good. Yes, you're a little bit late, but at the start of the stream, I said, hello everyone, we are back. It's been a while. I shared some progress we've done on the template, and I will be now in general live more often. And it's lovely to see you, man. Don't worry about being late today, because next times we will appear. I will let you guys know. Actually, I completely forgot to send on our group. Usually I send on our group, hey guys, I'm going live, come say hello, but at the start of the stream I said I'm very sleepy, but I won't even sleep today until I do the live stream to break this, to break the ice, you know? Alright guys, let's take a few questions before we wrap up, and I need to ask you for a little favor. If you are enjoying the stream, I would really appreciate it if you leave a like on the stream. So now there is 20 of us and only 13 likes, and that would tell the algorithm VR Division is bad. Don't recommend him. Bleh. So if you want to support the channel, I'd really appreciate a simple like, and let's stay for a few minutes for any questions. If you are here with us in the live chat now, ask me. If you are watching this from the future, let us know in the comments what questions you have so we can pick them up in the next live stream. But I don't know if you can see now. I need to sleep soon. I don't know if you can see here, but damn, need to sleep. Yeah, I really hope you enjoyed today's stream. Thank you all for the questions. They were really interesting, and it's going well. XEVs. So how to join the group? I would look. I completely forgot also to put the chat on. Like, wait, this. Yeah, I completely forgot to put the chat on the screen like this, so my bad. We're gonna do it next stream. Regarding the group XEVs, right now the group is only for my students who are taking my blueprint course, so it's a WhatsApp group for anyone who have any question, and the course that I'm talking about is this one. And I plan on reviving Discord for all of us soon. And I also plan on making group on the academy for all of us as well, even if you are not a student. So right now it's for the blueprint course, but in the coming weeks we're gonna have a group for everyone. And yeah. Manu, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to test the template on your platform and to show it to people, to clients, and to take things step by step. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Just drink more coffee, man. Who needs to sleep? I asked today on the reel, like, actually no, I forgot. Yeah, I asked. It's the third cup of coffee. Every day I drink like 3 Americanos, and each one is like 300 milli. So that's almost a liter. Damn. That's almost 1 liter of coffee every day. Yesterday I had 3 Americanos and 1 Red Bull. And I think this is not healthy. I think it's not good. So, wow, the likes went so much. Thank you so much, guys. So I'm gonna focus more on water, and I really need to drink less coffee. But every time I say I drink less coffee, it just, you know the pain, 3DV, you know the pain. Coffee is good, it tastes good, it makes you awake, and it keeps us focused on Unreal. It's ironic. When I was a kid, I used to tell my father, like, why do you drink this shit? It tastes bad. But now here we are. It's lovely to see all of you guys. Honestly, the stream went better than I expected. As always, thank you so much for joining. And It's been a pleasure, as always. I love these streams. We can promote your work and showcase it on our showcase page if you want. Feel free to reach out when you are ready for streaming. No cost involved, just promotion. Thank you, Mano. It will be a pleasure. And we tested your platform a couple of years ago. We were very happy with it. And that's why sometimes when I get asked, I tell people to check out Archware. And but because it's been a couple of years, sometimes I try to stay like I forgot the word for it, but not go full ballistic on the recommendations. So I told my community a couple of weeks ago that we want to test multiple companies, work with multiple companies, and we will let the community decide once they test who to work with. Thank you so much. I really want to finish the template here and make it a playable demo, and I will reach out Manu. And truly, I love your activity on LinkedIn. You guys, compared to many other companies, I don't see anyone doing what you guys are doing. So lovely what you're doing. Keep up the good work. I will keep up the good work. 3DV, XE, Tan, all of you guys, keep up the good work too, and let's see where things go. Have a lovely evening or day, everyone. Thank you for joining, and I will see you very soon. Now, here's what we do. We raise the music, voice, sound, and we go to sleep. Thank you, Mano. Thank you. Sai, it's a pleasure to have you, man. All right. See you all very soon. Here's a take care. And here's the stream ending. You still hear me? That's fine. Let me now erase the music. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.